is about doing Ghunna, Izhar, Idghaam, Ikhfaa and Iqlaab of Meem. Objectives: to understand what the term Ghunna means, to understand the actual meaning of the terms Izhar, Idghaam, Ikhfaa and Iqlaab, to understand how these terms apply to the letter Meem, to analyze a few examples from the Holy Quran. Just a note here, this is a basic level of understanding. If you need to go in more detail, you can go online to one of the Tajweed academies. So this is a basic, very elementary introduction to these terms. So Ghunna. So here we have it in the Arabic as al-Ghunna, and in English we call this nasalization, and the formal definition is it is a sound that is emitted from the nasal passage without any function of the tongue. This is when a certain sound is held in the nasal cavity, so that's why we call it nasalization, for a length that is longer than the short haraka. So when we say nasalization, effectively in English you could think of it as humming. So if you go hum, so effectively you'll notice your tongue isn't really being involved and the sound is being moved around in your nasal cavity, i.e. in the nose. And when we talk about the length, it is normally from 2 lengths long, i.e. relative to the short vowels it will be too long, but if you listen to a proper reciter they normally will hold it for a bit longer, and it's part of the main beautification of your recitation. Professional Quran reciters pay much attention to these sounds, so it is one of these things that you will hear with professional reciters, they pay a lot of attention to. So the first 2 terms then are going to be Idghaam and Izhar. So Idghaam means to assimilate a sound into another sound. Normally it is assimilating the vowel sound of one letter into the sound of the next letter. This may involve nasalization or it may not. So that's just an introduction to the term itself. And we're going to go through all of these with examples to explain this. So Izhar means to pronounce a word clearly and distinctly as you would normally do. Then we have the term Iqlaab, which comes from the word qalb, which means to turn. In terms of Tajweed, it is used when the sound of a letter is turned into the sound of another letter. Again, these are just definitions. We're going to see how these apply to the Meem in a minute. And the last one here is Ikhfaa. So Ikhfaa means to hide the sound. The way this is done will vary depending on what you're actually hiding. So again, they're the 4 main or 5 main terms that we've covered. Now we'll apply these terms to the Meem. So the first one is the Ghunna with Meem. So again, a formal linguistic definition: it is a sound that is emitted from the nasal passage without any function of the tongue. This nasalization is done under certain circumstances, and one of these circumstances is when the letter Meem is mushaddad, i.e. it carries a shadda. Whenever Meem carries a shadda, it will always be recited with a Ghunna. So here we have Meem mushaddad, i.e. carrying a shadda, and we're using the color green here in this example to indicate that this will be done with a Ghunna. So you would have heard in the Quran where you hear certain sounds with the Meem, and we'll have a look at some of these examples and we'll do the nasalization in a minute. Okay, so in terms of the nasalization, this is the diagram that you will see under Makharij diagrams, and essentially for the Meem nasalization, i.e. the Ghunna of the Meem is still effectively using the lips as is its proper makhraj. However, your vibrating the sound through the nasal cavity. Okay, so again that will be for Meem mushaddad. So an example would be where you'll hear it where it's in the Quran where they go amma, amma. So your lips are still coming together as the normal makhraj of Meem, but you're vibrating the sound in your nasal cavity. So simple example then, here's a word which is thumma. Okay, now if you apply the Ghunna, this becomes thumma. So again, shadda you always hold for 2, and we covered this in English, it's called gemination. We've done that in a previous lesson, but we're applying the Ghunna, so it's thumma. Okay, now the rules for Meem Saakin. So now there's a few rules here. So here we have the Meem Saakin, and we're showing the Sukoon as a round circle. That's our computer font. So if the Meem Saakin is followed by certain things, then we're going to apply certain rules. So the first one, if the Meem Saakin is followed by another Meem, we do Idghaam. Okay, which stands for assimilation of sounds, plus we apply a Ghunna. Okay, and again we're going to explain this in a minute. If the Meem Saakin is followed by the letter Ba, then we are going to do Ikhfaa, which means hiding of the sound, and again with Ghunna. If the Meem Saakin is not followed by either the Ba or the Meem, i.e. the previous 2 rules, then we are going to do haar, which means to pronounce clearly, i.e. we're not going to do anything special, just read it as per normal. And the last rule here we've put not applicable, because this term called Iqlaab, which means changing the sound of one letter into another, does not apply to Meem Saakin. So the Idghaam of Meem. So again, Idghaam means assimilation, and we have Meem Saakin followed by another Meem. So here's an example. So this is lahum maghfira, and what's happening here, we've got a Meem Saakin in the lahum, and the next word starts with Meem. Now what they've actually done here, they're applying this Idghaam, so they're assimilating the 2 Meems together. Okay, now a few notes here. The 2 Meems are assimilated together. Another Meem Saakin is effectively introduced into the voweled Meem, i.e. of the next Meem, which results in a shadda being added to the second Meem, and it's always done with a Ghunna. So what we're saying here, the second word here, maghfira, will normally